So for this assignment, we are supposed to create two piecewise functions, for the atrium and for the planters. Firstly, we must create the atrium. This function consists of three pieces. The first piece, which we will call A1, can be described as A1 in parentheses x is equal to negative lowercase a, which is the scale factor, times, in parentheses, x minus 4 squared plus 11. We know this because in the graph provided, we see that the vertex of this piece is at 4, 11, and we are looking for the scale factor to make A1 pass through 0, 0 as shown in the graph. To find the scale factor, we need to solve the following equation. Now we know that the scale factor is 11/16. We can create the first piece of the full function. The second piece of the function is a straight line. There exists a unique equation for lines that go through 2 points where the x values are different. This equation is y equals y1 plus, in parentheses, x minus x1, in parentheses, y2 minus y1, and all of this is divided by x2 minus x1. In this situation, our formula for A2 becomes A2 in parentheses x is equal to 11 plus x minus 4 divided by 10 minus 4. After simplifying this, our result becomes A2 in parentheses x is equal to 1/6 x plus 10 and 1/3, and this is when 4 is less than or equal to x, which is less than 10. For the third piece, we may use the same formula as before, because this piece also fits the requirements. Putting this formula into practice will result with the obtainment of A3 in parentheses x is equal to 12 plus x minus 10 divided by 10.6 minus 12. After simplification of this formula, our result becomes A3 in parentheses x is equal to negative 5/7 of x plus 19 and 1/7, and this is when 10 is less than or equal to x, which is less than 15. This allows us to create our third piece of the first piecewise function. Here is the end result of our piecewise function. To create our second piecewise function, the planters, we use the square root function. This piecewise function has two pieces. Here is the first one, and here is the second one. Now this is the final result and the second piecewise function. Now, for the second part of this assignment, we must find out if the sunbeam, graphed by the equation y equals negative 10 plus x, intersects with the lower planters or the upper planters. We checked each planter's range and checked if the sunbeam's range with the planter's range intersects in that domain that corresponds to the planters. As you can see, this math shows that the sunbeam does not cross the lower planters, but it does intersect with the upper planters. Now, to find the coordinates where the sunbeam intersects with the upper planters, we must solve this equation. Now we find that x equals 7 and y equals 3. The coordinates are, in parentheses, 7, 3. The final part of this assignment is to find the tree height. The tree height is the difference between the ceiling y coordinate and the upper planter coordinate 7, 3. We found the ceiling height to be 11.5, so the tree height is 8.5. Thank you for listening.